Imagine being able to create a music video for your song with an entire production crew behind you, all by simply describing your vision with a few prompts. That's exactly what Freebeat AI aims to do. Let's look at an example. You've probably heard the term vibe coding lately, where AI agents can build apps or write code from nothing more than a prompt. Freebeat AI brings that same concept to music videos. You can think of it as Vibe Director, an AI music video agent that takes your initial idea, expands on it, and turns it into a complete music video. What makes it especially interesting is that it doesn't just follow your prompt. It first listens to your song, analyzes its mood, emotion, and rhythm, then automatically creates a production plan. It generates a scene breakdown, storyboard, camera movements, lighting direction, and editing strategy, all tailored to your track. That means all you really need is your creativity. You don't even have to know how to edit videos because Freebeat AI handles the entire production process for you. And if you want more control, there's also a full editing panel where you can fine-tune virtually every aspect of the music video. In this video, I'm going to try 3 different approaches with different levels of effort to see how much they affect the final result. I'll guide you step by step and show you how to get the most out of Freebeat AI so you can create music videos that look like they had a professional production budget. In this example, I'm going to show you how to create a music video for your own song using your own face, placing yourself in cinematic environments that would normally be impossible or incredibly expensive to film. I'll walk you through the entire process using one of my own songs. First, head over to Freebeat AI and click on Music Video. Here you can choose the style of your video. The music video generator offers a lot of different options, but to keep things simple, I'll start by writing the story for my music video. My song is called City of Ghosts, and it has a dark, moody atmosphere. The main idea is that I'm sitting in a black BMW parked on the rooftop of a very tall building overlooking the city at night, revealing the car speeding toward the edge of the rooftop. That's the core concept of the music video. I'll paste that prompt into the prompt box. One feature I really like is the Prompt Enhance Assistant. As soon as you paste your idea, it starts suggesting improvements line by line. You can accept each suggestion simply by pressing Tab. It works surprisingly well. Sometimes you already have a clear vision in your head, but it's difficult to describe it in a way that AI understands. The line-by-line suggestions help translate your ideas into more descriptive prompts, while also giving you creative ideas you may not have thought of yourself. After accepting a few suggestions and making a couple of tweaks, this becomes my final prompt. There's also a second enhancement mode. Instead of improving your prompt line by line, it rewrites and enhances the entire prompt in one click. We'll compare that approach later in the video. Now it's time to add your music. Just click Create Session. One thing I really like about Freebeat AI is how flexible it is. You can upload your own audio file, generate a brand new song using the latest version of Suno directly inside Freebeat AI, or import music from other platforms. Since my song is already on YouTube, I'll simply import it from there. Once your song has been imported, you can choose exactly which section you want to turn into a music video, from a short 10-second clip all the way to the full song. Personally, I prefer generating shorter sections because it gives me much more creative control over every scene instead of leaving everything to the AI. For this example, I'll select the chorus using these timeline sliders. Since I want to appear in the video, I'll click the image button and upload a photo of myself. As soon as the image is uploaded, a character badge appears inside the prompt box, letting Freebeat AI know which character to use. To improve consistency, I'll add one more instruction to my prompt. I want the AI to preserve every detail of my face and keep my identity consistent throughout every scene. Then, I'll choose the aspect ratio and video quality, and we're ready for the next step. This is probably one of the most important settings because it has a huge impact on the final result. Here, you can choose both the image generation model and the video generation model, At the moment, Freebeat AI offers Nano Banana and GPT-Image 2. Both are capable of producing highly realistic images, and honestly, I like both. For this project though, I'll use GPT-Image 2 because I found it to be a little more predictable. Nano Banana is incredibly powerful, but in my experience, it usually takes a bit more prompt engineering to consistently get the exact look I'm after. For video generation, I'll choose Seedance 2.0 because it's excellent at following cinematic direction, maintaining reference consistency, and executing precise camera movements. Now all that's left is to click Create and let Freebeat AI handle the rest. When the generation is complete, you'll receive an email notification, so there's no need to keep watching the progress bar. Here comes the magic. When I press Create, I redirect it to a new page where you can see all the AI thoughts about what it's doing. In the right window, I see that it begins to design every single details of my music video. First, it genuinely detected my track vibe and tempo. Then it designed visual style of my music video and color palette. I'm really surprised by the amount of details and artistic vision applied to my song. Even I got editing strategy. Here you can see the storyboard of my music video, differences, scenes, shots. Later on, these images will turn into the video. Also, Freebeat AI asks for the confirmation on each steps, so if you don't like the initial settings, you can simply ask to redesign or edit. Here are the results from effort number 1. If we ignore the face consistency and the overly high contrast lighting, both of which were caused by my own prompt rather than Freebeat AI, the results were surprisingly good. My favorite moment is the final shot where the car accelerates toward the edge of the rooftop. The camera movement feels incredibly cinematic, almost like it was planned by a real director. That said, I don't think the video is perfect yet. I'd like to rearrange a few shots to improve the pacing, so I'll click Edit and jump into Freebeat AI's built-in editor. The editor is actually much more capable than I expected. You can edit captions and lyrics, apply different text animations, fine-tune motion using Bezier curves, and choose from a huge library of presets. There are enough tools here to create a polished music video without opening a traditional editing application. I'm not going to dive deep into the editor in this video because I want to stay focused on the AI generation itself. But if you'd like to see a dedicated tutorial covering everything the editor can do, let me know in the comments. I also think we can get significantly better results on the next attempt. Freebeat AI analyzed my generation and pointed out that my uploaded photo wasn't ideal for preserving my identity. It gave my face reference a score of 30 out of 100, explaining that my sunglasses covered my eyes and the camera angle hid too much of my facial structure, making identity drift much more likely. It also recommended using a better reference photo, so that's exactly what we'll do for effort number 2. After reviewing the first generation, I realized that one thing matters more than I expected: the initial image. The video model builds everything from that starting image, so if it doesn't match your vision, the entire video is affected. It's how current image generation models work. They often need a bit of refinement to produce the perfect starting frame. For the first attempt, I intentionally kept my prompt very simple. Now that I've seen how Freebeat AI thinks like a director and an art director, breaking the project down into story, cinematography, lighting, color palette, and editing, I want to take advantage of that. Instead of starting from scratch, I'm going to use Freebeat AI's generated production plan as a foundation and customize it to match my own creative vision. For example, I completely agree with the mood analysis. It accurately captured the vibe of my song, so I leave that section unchanged. I don't want dramatic, high contrast, low-key lighting. Instead, I'm aiming for softer cinematic lighting with a more natural contrast. I'll also replace the suggested color palette with one that better matches the atmosphere I'm going for. Rather than writing a massive prompt myself, I'm simply refining the one Freebeat AI already created. It's much faster and it gives me far more control over the final look of the video. I'll also make sure the lighting and color palette stay consistent throughout the entire prompt so the visuals feel cohesive from start to finish. Now I'll create a new project, paste in my original concept, and then add my customized production prompt underneath it. I'll import the same song again, but this time I'll replace my previous reference photo with a much better one to improve facial consistency. Let's see how much of a difference these changes make. This time we see a lot of improvements. First, in my face reference, I see more consistency in my face expression. It's more detectable in different scenes. Also, dolly zoom is now much more realistic. Lip sync is much more natural. Also, there's some beautiful details added. For example, when the car got closer to the edge, a nitro accelerator activated, which amplified the emotions of that scene. Still, I want to tweak my prompt a bit. Also, for the final video, I need to comp the generated videos from the session 1 and 2 to get more polished results. It wouldn't be a hard thing since the Freebeat AI built-in editor covers the most of my needs for editing. For the third attempt, I decided to take a different approach. Just like before, I started with my original concept prompt, followed by the detailed production prompt from the previous session. This time though, I ran everything through Freebeat AI's prompt enhancer. The enhanced prompt ended up being much shorter, but at the same time more descriptive and better structured. For my face reference, I uploaded 2 high-resolution photos of myself, taken from different angles. Each image was around 6 megabytes, which I believe gave the AI much more facial detail to work with and helped improve identity consistency. I also switched the image generation model to Nano Banana Pro to see how it compared. One feature I really liked was how interactive the process became. Instead of generating everything without feedback, Freebeat AI asked me to confirm the visual style, scenes, and other creative decisions along the way. For example, it generated a pair of sunglasses that didn't match what I had in mind, so I simply uploaded a reference image of the style I wanted and asked it to redesign them. That level of collaboration made the experience feel much more like working with a real creative director than just prompting an AI. Another change I made was increasing the video length. Instead of generating another 20-second clip, I chose a longer section of the song. The reason is simple. Even if the entire generation isn't perfect, a longer video gives you more usable shots. You often end up with unexpected cinematic moments that you can combine with clips from previous generations. Rather than expecting one perfect output, I like treating each generation as a library of shots that I can comp together into the final music video. Now, let's take a look at the results. Once again, the face consistency was much better, and several of the camera movements were genuinely impressive. What's even more impressive is that nearly all of these shots, camera directions, and story beats came from a very simple initial prompt. Freebeat AI expanded that idea into a complete storyboard and directed many of the scenes on its own while staying faithful to the core concept. Here's the final music video after combining the best shots from all 3 generations. If you're planning to use the face reference feature, use high-quality photos taken from multiple angles. The more facial geometry the AI can see, the more accurately it can preserve your identity throughout the video. It's also best to avoid sunglasses, hats, or other accessories. since they can hide important facial features and reduce consistency. Another thing I learned is that generation length changes your workflow. Shorter generations are ideal when you want precise control and prefer building your music video shot by shot. Longer generations, on the other hand, are great for discovering unexpected moments. Even if every scene isn't perfect, you'll often find beautiful shots you never planned, and those happy accidents can end up becoming some of the strongest moments in the final edit.